Hey there, neighbors and naysayers. February 7th, 2024. We're in a whole lot different place than we were last time I took a video. We got a tour coming up February 24th here at the farm at 10 a.m. It's going to be a 2-hour tour. Thank goodness it's not a 3-hour tour, huh? And we're going to go over the bale grazing. So the cows were all the way up there on top of the hill. They were about to go over the hill and they were getting pretty far from this water trough. So the decision was made because of the tour. We set these bales all this weekend, move them over here, graze them, and bale graze them down the hill so that when the tour gets here, we can just come through that gate and the calves should be there close by. Also, because these calves are a bit skittish, and that'll give them quite a bit of room to move around. I was afraid if I just moved them down here the day of the tour, they would just have whatever, 3 posts, 2 posts really. So 64 feet by 263 feet. That's not enough room to move away from the people. So give them a little room. Now, other point of the day here, we left a bunch. One of those things as a dad that sometimes you have to decide which one's better and whether it's worth worrying about the pennies. You pinch pennies for nothing. Ethan really wanted to move calves tonight. He's been wanting to move calves for weeks, but it just so happened that the rotation was such that we weren't moving them when he was here. It always seemed like it hit a day when he wasn't here. So today they go back to their moms at 6 o'clock, and we had enough hay that they could have made it till tomorrow. But Ethan wanted to move calves, so we moved calves. I'm a firm believer in if the kids want to do, let them do. I don't care if it waste feed, either ground corn and soybean meal or hay. When they want to do it, let them do it, because there's no other way to learn than to do. And they're only here half the time, so you got to pick your battles. So while I'm here, I'll go through my folly of bale grazing. So as you can see, I said the calves were way up here on the hill. I built a runway down here, got them down here near the water trough. Was going to start from here, go down the hill, then come back up and catch these bales above before I go back up on top of the hill. The plan is in March and April, we can turn that tire trough back on. They can water there. They don't have to walk all the way down here. So good plan, move them around. And that field back there is a little bit brushy. I don't care if they beat it up a little more than they do everywhere else. So I'd rather have them there in March and April. So build a runway down here, miss that bale you see to the right. Come down here to catch these 2 bales. Well, when I got here, you can see a post just above that. It'd be there's 4 bales, the furthest one up the hill there. There's a gate right there, and it's in the middle of the fence, so it's hard to move cattle through. It's just that's where the straight line is from the gate at mom and dad's to the gate at the other neighbor, so that's why there's a gate there. So it's a pain to move cows through. Well, when I came up the hill to move them, they were all standing right there at that gate, which is a rare occurrence. So I said, well, you know what? I just open that gate and let them through. I'm not going to worry about getting the bale rings down here right away, because they won't bother the bales. They're going to go to eating stockpile grass, and they won't bother them until I get the bale rings down here. No big deal. Everything will be fine. Well, first group came through. I missed about 3 or 4. They missed the gate. They walked down the fence. I went back up the hill to push them up the fence to come through the gate. When I got to that gate, I turned around and I saw a cloud of dust coming down the hill. Those calves were real efficient at pushing those bales down the hill. So not only did they push 1 bale, but the first bale rolled down, and it unrolled so heavy that it rolled the fence down. They all ran over the path of hay across the fence, and we're out in a field that didn't have any other further fences to catch them. No big deal. Rolled the fence up. They were all just running, playing, goofing around, so they ran right back up here, went right back through. But I noticed, just as I opened the gate, there was a little red calf, and it's not this one here because that's Dolly. I think it was this one right here. Walk up to the bale down there, put his head against it, and I said, there's no way that little calf can roll that bale that easy. And like I touched it with my pinky, he touched it with his head, and boom, rolled the second bale down the hill. got the calves all back, got them all good. I was cussing a blue streak there for a minute, mad at myself for wasting what is $100 a ton hay. And I got them all under control, got new fences, got the bales, rolled the rings up here, got them where they needed, or down here, got them where they needed to be. Said, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and fence the rest of this. 2 bales in the scheme of things isn't the end of the world. We got enough hay to get us till May sitting out, so we're good there. Got down there to build the fences and realized that they had rolled a 3rd bale that I didn't know about out too. So changed my calculation a little bit, but a word to the wise. So last year we moved the cows before we moved the bale rings, because if we rolled the bale rings over the fence, the cows would follow us over the fence. This year, what we found is we have to move the bale rings first, because the calves will go play with the bales. So lessons learned, figure out which one you can do. On flat ground, I would suggest moving the bale rings first. On steep terrain, I would suggest moving the bale rings first. But if you're on flat ground, you could probably get away with moving the fence first and then move the bale rings. Lessons learned, no harm done. Ethan's wanting to lay down. Levi, why don't you lay down with Ethan? Yeah, I'm not going to lay down in that. Come on, let's go for a walk. So, just so you know, everything's not all roses around here. We do mess up once in a while. So I moved them down here, hoping they'll clean up a little bit more of that hay. You know, in the end, no harm done. It's 2 bales of second cutting. That's 1,600 pound, $100 a ton. That's probably $80 worth of hay we lost. Shoot, I waste more than $80 in a day all the time. So not a big deal. They'll reclaim some of that. They'll graze some of it. In fact, there was 3 baby bales left that didn't unroll. I hauled them up here on the 4-wheeler and put them. They were what was in that ring. There's still some solid bale in there that they can still get to. It's been 4 days since I did that, I think. So, no, it's only been 3 days, but they could have lasted 4 days. So really, it wasn't that big of a waste. They'll eat this. It's going to rain sometime here, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Then it'll start to be a waste. But I don't worry about it being such a waste, because we just fed the microbes, and we fed them really high quality hay that we wouldn't have normally fed them. So that's not the end of the world. So with that, I'll say we'll see you next time.